Oh my god, she's a weirdo. Did you see that one reactor with that friggin' weird tattoo in her head? And she's like, oh my god. She showed Howie. She showed his body. It's so vile. Go at once and report her to YouTube. Oh my god. I'm gonna go make a doll about her. Everyone do voodoo on her at once. The nerve to talk about low value people, Gulabi. She's a low value woman. What the hell do you think you are? You're a circus freak. Literally.
Hello, 'tis I, Fat Cow. Before I go on any further, I just want to make a comment about the question as to whether or not I'm low value, if I'm a low value woman. In regards to the context that I was describing, your roommate as being a low value man, yes, I am a low value woman. I am not a desirable target for romance scammers who want to get a high yield of return. I have barely any money. I'm old. I am barren. I'm not exactly eye candy. The only thing I have to offer technically would be a British passport, but those things are notoriously difficult to get hold of, and I don't earn enough money to sponsor anybody. So yes, I am a low value woman. So what? Anyway, that's not the point of this video. I have watched both foodies live. Well, you can't watch something that's a screen colour of shit, but hey ho. And I've watched Amber's live. Both I gave up on. Foodie I gave up on the 4-hour mark. It was a 5-hour live, so yes, don't tell us to get a life when you can go live for 5 hours straight. I'd just like to say in my defence, I listened to it at twice the speed, so I didn't listen to it for 4 hours. And during its entirety, I was either sewing or playing with a cat or attempting to do both. So no accusations of me having no life. Which I don't actually have that much of a life, but I choose to have a quiet life because that's what I prefer. I've done all that, been there, bought the t-shirt, glad nobody recorded me doing any of the stuff I did. Quiet life is a-okay as far as I'm concerned. It's definitely preferable. So no, I don't want to get a life. My little mediocre, little boring life, I'm absolutely content with. I might be a bit of a masochist, but I'm not that much of a masochist. And I also gave up on Amber's live 2/3 of the way through as well. Captivating. Now, out of the entire 4 hours worth of, sorry, I've got notes, of stuff that Foodie spouted, apart from regurgitating the same old default rage about all the reactors. She seems to have a bit of a hard on for Shani at the moment. She did say to one person in the comments that you have no life if you're on here commenting. Well, you've got no life if you're actually making the content people are commenting to live, especially if it lasts 5 hours. She took a very big offence at being called hateful. Didn't like that at all. And she said it's nobody's business what she does with her life, for which I would say it is people's business because you put it online. And that's it. That's what I got from a 4-hour live, apart from the default raging. Now Amber I got a lot more for. So there's that. Only a couple of things were relevant or of interest. The rest was just waffle. I will say though, apart from a brief rage in response to Erica's post, Amber was in a very, very hyper and upbeat mood. She was borderline giddy. And I am personally of the belief she's kind of a bit happy about things going a bit shit for Beck. But that's just me, what I think. Right, so she read out Erica's post. Now, if you are to be believed, when she read it out online, it's the first time she'd heard about it and the first time that she was reading about it. I will suspend my belief in that regards. Out of the stuff that Erica claimed or stated, if we are to believe Amber, there's a lot of half-truths in what was said, which gives me the impression that it was legitimately from Erica. Rarity did scratch Amber and cause cellulitis, but she's still devastated over the loss of Rarity, and she makes phone calls all the time trying to find her. Everything about the stepdad is untrue, but she believes the reason this was suggested was something about having not worn blush for a very, very long time and then suddenly deciding to wear blush and a stepdad complimenting it and Amber feeling a little bit unsure about the compliment, which is a very long-winded explanation for a yes or no that never happened thingy. I definitely never stayed down her top, and she got quite irrational about that. Do you know what I think? I think it didn't happen, but I think she lied and said it did to Erica. She then went on a tangent and raised quite a fair bit about Erica's jealousy and being a psycho. To which I would say, if this was Erica's MO and Erica's behaviour of being a jealous psycho, I'm pretty sure we would have heard about it sooner. Twinkie does lift the paw before being fed, but it's not insisting, it's a cute trick. And the only reason Erica mentioned Twinkie peeing in the bathroom is because it's a general rumour that's going around and they just jumped on that bandwagon to perpetuate the rumour. So she doesn't fight with her mum, and she's never yelled at her mum in the car. I think she does fight with her mum, but it's a very one-sided fight, and it's Amber shouting and her mum disagreeing with whatever she says, because I'm personally of the opinion that Amber's mum is somewhat browbeaten by Amber. One might call it mistreated even. The bad tooth is true, but allegedly she does floss and use mouthwash, but the tooth does hurt. And that Brittany is obsessed, and the fact that she owns the "You Are Obsessed With Me" t-shirt, the same as Amber and Mr. Snowflake and Jimmy and various other people, means it's just proof that Brittany's obsessed. I mean, it's hardly proof, but hey-ho. And then she ends in saying that Erica will always be a disgusting cheater, which is something that she, Amber, will never be. You were the mistress. By default, that makes you a disgusting cheater. It makes you involved in cheating at the very least. And as for other situations, well, we shan't comment on those, shall we? Oh, she says that she's never popped off at things that Becca said because they were true. And she's never popped off at things Alex said when they were true. And the reason that she popped off just now, and she did pop off, was because she's pissed at the lies. So apparently that's evidence in itself that what Erica's saying isn't true, or isn't entirely true, because she got angry. Could also get angry when things are revealed, you know. Anyway, the whole Dakota debacle. This is the only time I'm going to comment on this whole entire thing, because it's not my place. I don't know enough about it, and this particular individual isn't in my wheelhouse of people I comment on, and Beck is only mentioned by myself in regards to Amber, and this isn't an Amber Beck thing. But Amber claims she feels bad for Beck. She feels kind of sad, and she knows for a fact, this is Amber, that Beck hasn't and will not leave Dakota. She knows for a fact they haven't broken up, and she knows this is a fact because it has something to do with the 4-letter name that she had mentioned earlier. Whatever's going on with regards to that means she will not leave Dakota. She is implying there is an awful lot she wants to say, but she's not going to because she doesn't want to, but it doesn't mean that she never will. She also says that some reactors are low-key defending Dakota and how disgusting that is, and also how nobody, with the allegations towards herself, with inappropriate behaviour around Libby, etc., nobody low-key defended her. That speaks volumes, doesn't it? Says she always watches Salty Crabs because she wants to see the narration and what she's made up about her now, which is completely in contradiction to her pretending a few lives ago that she didn't know who Salty Crab was entirely, and then another life where she said she didn't watch Salty Crab but she knew who they were. Apparently now she watches Salty Crab all the time. She hates people who dismiss her like she's some kind of loser. That was directed at a commenter who wasn't really buying what she was selling, if you know what I mean. Also says the last time she was punched was either in 2016 or 2015. Says absolutely no one can ever be her best friend ever again. Says she's got nothing to hide anymore. She knows she's been a shit person. She knows she's been a kind person. She's some sort of blend of. But at the end of the day, she knows she's a good person, but she's just a good person who has done bad things. Also, this is where I ended up getting really bored and just gave up. So in regards to Foodie Beauty and Amber, if anything happened in the last quarter of either of their lives, I missed it. Can't be asked. Amber claims there was a period of time between Beck moving out and Feline moving in, and that she had lived with herself, which I don't recall at all. And that's basically it. You don't have to watch, any of them now. You've gotten all the best bits, in my opinion, unless you want to listen to Foodie spew the same vitriol about the same people, then I wouldn't bother, to be honest. I've been thoroughly pebbled, and I finished. Look at the boots. The boots. Sorry, I have finished my circus freak, who I've decided to call Lily. If you know, you know. I know, Poppet. But apart from that, nothing much to add. Got a busy day finishing stuff. And I'm in the right frame of mind to finish stuff, so that's because I've gotten that out of my system. My ADH brain insisted I made a Circus Freak doll, and nothing was going to stop me from doing it, and everything else I had on had to be pushed to one side until it was completed, because otherwise my brain would not shut up about it. And that's it. That's it. So, I'm off to be weird, and I'll see you guys another time.